as to deserve it.
Have they passed the ordeal without flinching?
They have, Brother Alawatsukima.
Have they been given the admonition?
They have. They have not, but I know it and will give it to you for them.
What is the admonition? You answer correctly. Have they been fully prepared to receive the obligation of our order?
Each one has placed their left hand on the left shoulder on the person in front of us, and they are bound together.
Brother Kitchkinen, will you finish their preparations by bringing them to the proper position to receive further knowledge?
It shall be done. Lower your left hand and face the council fire. Now, you will take 3 steps forward and pause before the council fire.
Brother Mateo will ask you to strengthen your spirits for this, your present undertaking.
There should fall a solemn silence for the brothers in our circle. For our thoughts should now be centered on the noble goal and purpose that has called us all together. We who love the woods and camping, we who strive for cheerful service, stand beside and urge them forward on the next step of their journey, on their long and toilsome journey. This our purpose and intent. Mark with silence, brothers.
Alawatsukima will now repeat the obligation, so you will not know what you're about to promise. I, Alawatsukima, do hereby promise on my honor as a scout, that I will always and faithfully observe and preserve the traditions of the Order of the Arrow, Rematending, Galousing, with the Hemaway. I will always regard the ties of brotherhood in the Order of the Arrow as lasting, and will seek to preserve a cheerful spirit, even in the midst of irksome tasks and weighty responsibilities, and will endeavor, so far as in my power lies, to be unselfish in service and devotion to the welfare of others.
You will now raise your right hand on the scout sign and repeat after Alawatsukima.
I, Alawatsukima, do hereby promise on my honor as a scout,
hereby promise as my honor as a scout,
that I will always and faithfully observe and preserve
the traditions
of the Order of the Arrow,
the traditions of the Order of the Arrow.
Rematending, Wingalausik, with the Hemaway. I will always regard the ties of brotherhood.
I will always regard the ties of brotherhood.
In the Order of the Arrow,
In the Order of the Arrow,
as lasting,
and lasting,
and will seek to preserve
and will seek to preserve
a cheerful spirit,
a cheerful spirit,
even in the midst
even in the midst
of irksome tasks
of irksome tasks
and weighty responsibilities,
and weighty responsibilities.
and will endeavor,
Never,
so far as in my power lies,
so far as in my power lies,
to be unselfish
be unselfish
in my service
in my service
and devotion
and devotion
to the welfare of others.
to the welfare of others.
You may now lower your hand. And have your bonds removed.
My brothers, for now I am permitted to hail you with this endearing title. It becomes my duty as the mighty chief to explain to you the various ceremonies through which you have passed, the origin of which, tradition tells us, may be ascribed to Chingachgook and the legend Matei will give you.
You may take a seat. Long ago, in the dim ages, in the valley of the Delaware, lived a peaceful tribe of Indians. Lene Lenape, their name was. Deer and bear, wildcat and panther. Through the forest off they hunted. On the bosom of the river, peacefully, they fished and paddled. Still the chase they nimbly followed. Many moons they lived contented. Springtime blossomed into summer. Summer into autumn ripened. Autumn died on winter's bosom. Thus the seasons, in succession, never ending, seemed to pass on. But behold, a cloud arising changed how soon this peaceful aspect. Neighboring tribes and distant enemies suddenly disturbed their hunting. Then Chingachgook, old chieftain of the tribe, made quick inquiry. Oh, who will go and carry warning of this dire and dreadful danger to all Delawares, our brothers? But none wished to make the journey. Then Uncas, noble son of the mighty chieftain, spoke. "O my father, I am ready. Send me on this gracious errand. For if we are to remain a nation, we must stand by one another. Let us both urge on our kindred. Let us both serve our brethren. We must catch the higher vision. we must find the greater beauty in the life of cheerful service. So off upon the trail they started, old Chingachgook and young Uncas. And in every village, some were found who were quite willing to spend themselves in other service. And finally, the fierce marauders were forced back to their country, and peace was made between them. And those who first served their brethren with Chingachgook were in the position most respected by the chieftain, and were promoted. For, said he, who serves his fellows is of all his fellows greatest. A seed dropped by the sower on good soil bears quick fulfillment. This the warriors wanted to remember, so they asked their chieftain in which way this could be done. So the chieftain, Chingachgook, bound these great warriors in a great and honored order. We, therefore, to them succeeding to the present day, perpetuate the names and tokens of the brothers of cheerful service, called by the Delawares Wamaktingan, Winglausen, Witahemaway.
Throughout your ordeal, you were faced with 3 challenges. The first, sleeping beneath the lights of heaven, apart from your fellow clan members. You did this to find within you who you were. The second, eat nothing but the scant food that you shall be given. You learn by fasting, sacrifice, and self-denial. You did this to understand mind and body. And last, you were challenged with utter silence to work in arduous labor and not say a word. You did this to think deeply about your life and what you were doing here. Throughout your entire ordeal experience, you have passed all these 3 challenges. You were able to truly understand who you are as a person and what more you could be.
Before giving you the obligation, I ask that you be fully prepared to receive it. Kitchkanet responded by causing you to approach the fire of cheerfulness. Then, Nutiket told you you're about to take upon yourself our solemn obligation, and he told you to stand before the fire with your right hand, showing the scout's sign. Then, my brothers, you took upon yourselves an obligation, which we trust will never be broken. The hailing sign of the ordeal is made with placing your right hand over the left shoulder, moving as if drawing an arrow from the quiver. As the symbol of our order, the arrow has been fitly chosen. It must be straight, its point keen. Aimed high, its course undeviating, its direction onward and upward. Wear this sash, therefore, over the right shoulder with the arrow pointing upward as a token of your new obligation to lead in cheerful service. My brothers, I will now take you by the hand and give you the hand clasp of our order. I will admonish you, as all our brothers before you have been, reminding you of your new obligation and to put into practice its meaning. You may rise.
What you done?